Hi, my name is Ashanti Felice, and I'm a nursing student completing my second of 4 semesters in an accelerated program. This week, I prepared for my first exam in this class by studying thyroid diseases, things to treat asthma, things to treat COPD, and doing my best to manage my time correctly. Even though I hit some bumps in the road, kind of irritated, I may not be able to retain it before the exams. All the bullshit from the last 24 hours. It all worked out, and I'll tell you how good I did on my test in the end. But first we gotta go to class, so let's go.
Yeah, zoom in out.
Instagram.
Oh God.
Everybody has a specialty.
Okay.
Instagram.
Okay.
Respiratory therapist.
Okay.
Core man.
Our EMT isn't here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can take the picture.
off?
No.
Everybody's on the Okay, what we doing?
We're all gonna stand up there?
Okay.
Call people in the back.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Okay, so I'm out of class. Class was really good. I freaking won Kahoot! Oh my God, I freaking won Kahoot. It was really good. My professor brought one of her best friends in who is a nurse practitioner, and she spoke to us about all things mental health, which is part of what we're learning about this part of the semester is mental health and family dynamics and drugs and eyes and all kind of stuff. So anyways, it was really good. I was proud of myself for being top 3 in Kahoot, period. We have our exam this coming Monday. So that means I have today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and early Monday morning to really lock in and study. This exam is going to be extremely med heavy on all the meds that we learned the first half of the semester. So 1460C was a lot of med surg general medication. So we went over almost everybody's system common medications you'll see. So respiratory, anticoagulants, antiplatelets, antipyretics, things to treat thyroid diseases, things to treat asthma, things to treat COPD. All that kind of stuff is going to be on the exam, and that's kind of what we went over when we were doing Kahoot. The thing about term 2 is the questions are scenario based and they're application based, and it's going to be a lot trickier. So you kind of do have to know your medications through and through. You have to know the side effects of them. You have to know the way that they act on the body, or what they'll call the mechanism of action. You have to know all that stuff because they're going to test you on that. They want to know why it works in the body and why it causes these symptoms and all that. You have to know your medications through and through. Yeah, that was the class, and it was really good, and I enjoyed myself. And this weekend I cannot wait to study with y'all. So my plan of action is to go ahead and pick up my daughter, head home, get her together because she got a nap coming up in a minute, kind of get myself situated, and then we'll talk when I sit down to study because we got to start studying now. First of all, I just got done studying, and I don't know if it's just me, but you ever get done studying and be like, I couldn't tell you what I just studied, like I'm gonna have to sleep on it. But I got a good amount done. I reviewed everything for family dynamics, as I was talking to you about earlier. So I pretty much got that down pat. I'm gonna finish that chapter in the morning, but the main bits of it I got. So I got a really good start on family dynamics, and I also have started to set up my Google Doc for all the meds. It's a lot of medications on here, and it's time consuming doing this Google Doc, but I know the way I want to do it will help me memorize these medications better. As long as it's in the same drug class, they basically work the same way. It helps me to like group them together instead of individualizing them and be like, oh, that's also this, and oh, that's also that. So it's going through and rearranging it so that I can retain it better. And that's like one of my tips, is to rearrange information in a way that your brain can hold on to it, because sometimes the way the information is presented seems really overwhelming, and simplifying it like that for me helps. Now, the part that's irritating is that I had been working earlier today on getting vlogs upload it. I had a vlog from last month and then a vlog from last week that I filmed that was really good. It showed me like setting up my desk, getting all my new stuff, unpacking all my new like boxes, going to class. We had a really interactive class. Like, it was a really good vlog, and the way that I edited it was, I was really proud of it, and I was going to schedule it to go up Monday. That way I could be really consistent. I was done editing it. The video was done being edited when I left my computer to upload the video to my SD card, the same SD card that the footage, I recorded the footage on. So I left it for about 20 minutes, and I'm like, it'll probably be done when I get back, and I could just upload it and schedule it for Monday. But when I got back, my computer died. So I thought, no big deal. That has happened before. I just plugged in my charger. My computer came up, and first thing that came up was that it shut down incorrectly. And I'm like, maybe it's just saying that. No. Everything on my SD card was wiped clear. I'm just kind of annoyed, but you know, I'm trying to be positive about it. I'm just, you know, when I don't know how to explain it. It's a little bit overwhelming starting off, but I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep. It is 11 o'clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep. I didn't even know it was that late. I'm gonna go to sleep and try to get up at a really reasonable time before everybody else, so I can sit back at this desk and study some more. Good night. Sunday, and I have my test in list, well, in a little over 24 hours. I just really got up. I was up a little bit on my phone studying and everything like that, but I'm about to get into studying because I have a study date later today with my homegirl. It's 8 a.m. on a Sunday, and you know, you could just tell when you sleep good. Like, I was laying down, and not to be nasty, but I was laying down and it was just like, girl, I have not slobbed in my sleep in so long. I know I slept so good. I need to wash my face, brush my teeth, lotion, all of that. So okay, so I'm back and I'm all ready for the day. My husband actually went and got some McDonald's for breakfast for us. That way nobody don't have to cook or do nothing, so that was great. I'm watching my show From. It's on Amazon Prime. If you haven't gotten into it and you like a thriller that's not like horror type of show, that's like interesting with a little bit of mystery and a little bit of culture, like it gives like up to date, then you'll like this. You'll like From. It's basically about people that find their way into this town and get stuck there. Can't find their way out, and at night is the real problem, and they're basically trying to figure out how to get out and get home. I'm gonna go ahead and eat my breakfast and watch my show, and then once it ends, I think I have about 20 minutes left, if that. Once I'm done eating, I'm gonna go back to finishing my packets. I've made a lot of headway, and I've gotten through the big bulk of it. So hopefully before, what time is it? It's 9 o'clock on the dot, so hopefully by the time it hits 12:31, my goal is to be done with those packets. So it's enough time to do it. I don't know, I just feel like how I feel, but that's basically the gist of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and study, and then we'll catch back up when I'm getting ready for my little study date, because girl, I can't believe my first exam is tomorrow, and I'm so nervous. Never too late. All through
thinking about you. Never knew another again. I want peace to my hands and I rest. That is a right to bond.
So it's 3:30 and just got off the phone with my homegirl. We wound up studying on the phone just so that it'll be easier. But I am going to go ahead and get ready because I still want to get out of the house and study, you know what I mean? And I have a cutesy outfit, but the weather outside is so gloomy. I don't know if it gives what it needs to. Like, I almost want to chill. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go out and study on my own just to kind of get out of the house and in a different scenery. So let's just get ready. Let's go.
Get 'em glow, get 'em glow, get 'em glow, get 'em glow, get 'em glow. Fuck you mean, y'all know the fuck going on. He in love with glow, never got the cookie, but got my name tatted. Killer work, don't know who he killed, I heard that main ready. Never full, when it's time to eat, I be his main platter. NYC, New York Fashion Week, Tommy Hill jacket. Tell these hoes to stay dangerous, but now one of they niggas safe. My niggas say he faithful, I still got a free hoe just in case. I can't lie, I used to sim so hard, but still my old way. It's 365 days in the year, gon' play with me on none of them days.
Alright, so we're at Panera. Okay, so I got my food. I got a large broccoli and cheddar roll. I have a little baguette. And then a kitchen sink cookie. I also got the green papaya iced tea. It's definitely not as sweet as I thought it was going to be, but it's still good. So I'm going to eat real quick and then look into it. I'm back home and it's 10 o'clock on the dot. 10 o'clock on the dot. I'm so tired. I just put my baby to bed, but I'm not gonna lie, y'all, like, I still feel like I have so much. I can see the end of it, but I still feel like I have a lot to do, and my exam is tomorrow at 1:30. And tomorrow my husband will be at work, so I'll be taking care of the baby by myself tomorrow. So I still need to do everything I need to do for her and studying. So that means that I don't have as much time as I normally would. So my goal for tonight is to make sure I get all of these meds done and through. So let me kind of show you what I mean by meds. Hold on. So majority of my meds I've already learned. This is actually a review. So just to give you a background, I'm in the second half of my semester. Our semesters are split into 7 to 8 week classes. So how it works is you have one class with a certain name, which our first class of the semester was called 1460C, and you have the second class, which I'm in now, which is called 1212C. Well, 1460C had a myriad of meds from a whole lot of different body systems. Now, being that my first exam is tomorrow, they let us know that out of 80 questions, about 38 questions are going to be on medications we learned in 1460C, the first class of the semester, meaning they could pull a question from any medication, any side effect, any nursing implication, anything. So what I did was I created a Google Doc that would simplify everything and reorganize the information. And I did tell y'all that that's what I did, but I don't know if I made that like plain and simple that, yeah, that's what I did. So you see, I have about 13 pages. As you can see, exam 1 medications, where I go through each class of medication. I either group the medications together by class, or I group them together by what they treat, because sometimes they all treat the same thing and have a lot of similar actions, but they have a different mechanism of action, you know, but they have like similar side effects or whatever. Like benzos, right? So a benzodiazepine is basically a sedative. They usually end in lam and pam. They treat acute anxiety. All benzos for the most part treat acute anxiety, all for the most part ending lam and pam. Now the way that they are on the med sheet, and I don't know if I showed you what the med sheet looked like. But so anyway, oh, here one go. So like the way they look on the med sheet, you'll have every single benzo, 4 different benzo medications. They all say the same thing. It may just be one difference. So that's basically what I did, is simplified it down. And you see how I have the 2 medications here. The only difference between lorazepam and midazolam is that one is specifically not to be given to patients with renal and liver disease. Those are the type of questions we may get on our exam tomorrow. And so knowing that subtle difference could be the difference between getting the question right and getting the question wrong. Breaking it down that way makes it extremely concise and easy to retain the information. Like, oh, everything's the same except this, as opposed to, okay, they got that. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So that's what I was doing majority of today and yesterday. Now, what I mean when I say finish the meds is that I only have like one more module of medications to go through, which is the module we're on now that focuses on eye conditions like glaucoma, open angle glaucoma, things like that, and medications and eye drops that treat it. So I have to go through that tonight, and then I want to review all these medications. And what I'll do is test myself using ChatGPT. You can download the app on your phone and ask it to create 10 difficult NCLEX style situational questions for the following medications, and then it'll do it for you. And then you can ask it to do the show the answer choices and rationale so that you can understand where you're going wrong. And testing myself like that really helps. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. And then going into chapter 39. Chapter 39 is centered around concepts of care for patients with eye and vision conditions. We have about 24 questions on our exam just on this and eye problems and medications. So yeah, I want to get as much done tonight as possible, because as long as I know it tonight, I could just remind myself tomorrow. But if I got to learn it tomorrow, I may not be able to retain it before the exam. So we got a long night, and I'm just tell y'all good night now, and see you in the morning. Good morning, child. I have been up since 5:30. Reading through this chapter for eyes and everything, because getting up really early before my kid gets up, which she'll get up in about 30 minutes to an hour, definitely helps. I feel like this whole vlog has been at my freaking desk. Like, I have been glued to this desk. So I just read through everything on the eyes, and what I did to help me, and I know you probably saw it, was I would set a timer for every section I was working on and reading and note taking. That way I would stay focused and be trying to constantly beat the timer. And I attribute that 100% to why I was able to get so much done within those 3 hours, because this was a really dense chapter, and usually it'll take me over the course of 2 days on and off of reading to do it. But getting up this morning, reading, and setting that timer for 10 minutes, 15 minutes really helped me to not feel like, okay, it's gonna take forever. You know, doing that is another study tip I have. Definitely set timers, and setting short timers like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. No more than 15 minutes to me is like, oh, this ain't gonna take no time. And by the time you know it, you did 10 minutes 3 times, that's 30 minutes. You've done 15 minutes 4 times, that's an hour you've been studying. So that has really helped me, especially when I have time early in the morning and my kid is still asleep and blah blah. It's going on 8:40 now, and so I want to get back into it and just kind of study off camera, whatever. So what I'll do is go ahead and study, and we can probably meet up in a few hours when I'm like leaving the house and doing drop off for my baby. So let's do that, and then I'll let y'all know how we went, because right now I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Today is November 5th. I took my test yesterday, November 4th. And y'all, the bullshit from the last 24 hours. So we have this new exam software called ExamSoft, where in my nursing program they are cracking down on people that are cheating and all kind of stuff. It's basically a lockdown browser that you log into, download your exam, complete it, and then upload the file. That way your professors will you know, do the final grade on your exam and you'll have your exam grade. Now when you do that, it will give you a preliminary score, which means this is the score out of the questions that are multiple choice. Like any written question, which we have 10 of, 10 dosage cal questions, any written dosage calculation question, they will go in and grade themselves. But the other 70 questions of an 80 question exam, it'll go ahead and grade it for you. So you have a preliminary score, a really good idea of what you made. So yesterday I took that exam. My score was an 86, and considering that I had similar questions and I'm pretty proficient in dosage calculation, I figured I would have a really high B or a really low A, just depending on how it shook out. So I was really proud of myself. I felt really good. I got in my car, I was ready to end my vlog and let y'all know how it went when I started getting messages about the exam not uploading. So when I got done with my exam would not upload either, but I was told that everything was fine. Go ahead and log out, you're good to go. I was really excited. When I got my phone back after taking my exam, got in my car, started going through the messages, I see that of our school's group chat and group chats I have sidebar, everybody was saying that we had received an email from our professor stating that basically we would have to retake the exam because the system crashed on us and none of our exam scores have been recorded. Now, was I pissed? Beyond pissed. I can't even express the amount of mad I was, because y'all saw how hard I worked to do that exam. I worked really hard to make sure I passed it, and I passed it well. And so the fact that we had to go and retake it, I was so upset. I went in today, I went to class, we retook the exam, and now I won't be getting my actual exam scores until later, but I did go home last night and kind of go over some of the questions that I felt like I could have gotten wrong, and I corrected them. I had a second chance and I corrected them, and that's where we are with it. This was the study vlog. If I could give you any advice, especially in nursing school when preparing for your exams, I would say, for one, be prepared for anything. And for two, if you get a second chance, make sure that you study your ass off. Make sure that you go home and you redo as much as you can. There's not ever enough studying. If you feel like you need to study up until the second you walk into the testing center, you do that. If I could give you any advice, it would be to make sure that you study for you. If I could give you any advice, it would be to make sure that you manage your time. And at the end of the day, try your best to enjoy learning what you learn, because although I feel like this is some kind of retrograde we're in and it's been fucking up everybody, I definitely feel like hard work will shine through. Hard work and staying positive even when there's nothing but negative to look at will shine through. So I hope my exam tips help. I hope that we were able to study together. I hope that you took something away from this video as much as I did, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.